The messages never stop. Everybody always keep telling me, Todd, you just jealous of Dana White. Todd, you wish you could be the man. You wish you could have his job. So since you guys keep saying I want Dana White's job, I'm going to put together UFC 108 and 109 if I was running the UFC. And you might say, after I tell you these great cards, Todd, that would be impossible. It would never work. Not even true. That ain't even true. Todd knows how to talk to people. Todd knows how to give fighters respect. Except for Brock Lesnar. I didn't give him a lot of respect till just recently. Other than that, you know, I know how to respect fighters and treat them like warriors, not like they peasants working for me. So that's how I'd be able to get these cards to work. It's all about growing the sport, not growing my ego. Whatever. Anyway, UFC 108, Josh Koscheck versus Martin Kampmann. That's a pretty good fight. For everybody, plus me, who is disappointed that Krokop lost, I would bring him back, and I'd have him rematch Josh Barnett, because we all know he's beaten Josh Barnett 3 times. Why not make it 4? And you know you could pick up Josh Barnett for like $20 and a pack of Twinkies, because he can't get a fight anywhere. He's suspended in California, but he's not suspended in Nevada. Frankie Edgar versus Takanori Gomi. Yep. 4th fight on the card. Melvin Manhoef versus Yoshihiro Akiyama. And this would be a rematch. Ricardo Almeida versus Demian Maia. Oh, it only gets better, folks. It only gets better. Wanderlei Silva versus Thiago Alves at 185. Nate Marquardt versus Dan Henderson. Just when you thought I was done, the winner of the Cain Velasquez Ben Rothwell fight fights Dos Santos in the co-main event. And the main event would be a cross promotion. That's right. Todd would be able to establish a cross promotion. And who else would he establish it with? Strike Force. And that George St. Pierre at 170, he a monster, but he would have to fight Strike Force's monster at 170, and that would be Jake Shields. To unify the belts. If George St. Pierre kicked Jake Shields' ass, he'd have to give up the belt until a Strike Force fighter took it back. That's how it is. Take it how you get it. Take it how you get it. UFC 109, which would be held in February. Maybe I would like working for UFC. Maybe they need somebody with common sense. Yeah, right. I'd rather drive my truck. UFC 109, like I said. Evan Dunham versus Efrain Escudero. The battle of the undefeateds. Next fight on the card. Jake Rochelle versus the winner of Jorge Rivera, Rob Kimmins. Next fight. Vladimir Matyushenko versus Gabriel Gonzaga. And, just like I did with Krokop, he got a lot of fans, and so do Chuck Liddell. And by February, he's going to be done Dancing with the Stars, so Chuck Liddell would face the winner of Tito Ortiz, Mark Coleman. There you guys know it. Hey, it's all about talking to people, working things out, paying them fairly, alright? And I don't know why UFC can't get that done, but if Todd was in the mix, this is the kind of fight you would see, alright? So don't tell me I don't know MMA. You guys would be fucking spewing pants over these fucking cards, you know it. Whatever you have to do, you'd sell your shoes just to pay for this pay-per-view. Next on the card, another rematch. Keith Jardine versus Houston Alexander. And if Houston lost that fight, man, how else are you going to cut somebody, man? He lost like 5 fights in a row. Paul Syntax Daly versus Mike the Quick Swick. Now, to the ultimate of ultimates. The last 2 fights on the card would be Rampage Jackson versus Rashad Evans. And this could happen, but Dana White didn't want to postpone it 2 months. And what I would do, I'd postpone it 2 months and let the fight happen. Quentin Rampage Jackson versus Rashad Evans. And for the main event, Vitor Belfort versus Anderson Silva at 185. And just to top that all off, UFC 110, it would also be a cross promotion. Jagard Musasi would fight the winner of Machicha and Shogun. A pro bono, man, pro bono, whatever. You don't have to pay me, but let it spark up some ideas, because this is what the fans want to see. And you're going to see all the people say, damn, those are some good fights. I'd like to see those. They'd probably be the top 2 cards since Pride 25 and Pride versus K1 Dynamite when Nogueira fought Bob Sapp. That was a hell of a card. They cross-promoted, and that was one of the best cards ever. So these two cards would be probably the best cards since then, I would say. Anyone who knows MMA would say the same thing. Alright.